This conference will now be recorded.
Advertisement.
Choose advertisement. I'll just start again because Mana started the recording now. Again they'll say recording was not available. So we are in the lightning area, the lightning interface, and we are started with campaign. So we want to create a new campaign, and the campaign is like TV ads, active, conference. Which type to choose here? What is it? Referral program. It's an advertisement. Find status, planned in progress. Choose anything, that should not matter. Is start date, end date, you know how to choose them, what needs to be done. So choose it as like 8th May would be the starting date, and 31st May lockdown 4 period is our advertising time. Expected revenue out of this campaign, let's give some value. Budgeted cost for this campaign, let me give some value. Actual cost of the campaign, okay, some value. An expected response, I'm expecting 20% from this. Now I say save. So a campaign record is created. Second, I'll go here, file, open. We were working with some CRM doc. Okay, I'll choose a new one. Doesn't matter. So I've created a campaign record. Fine, good. Next, which record needs to be created?
Lead.
Good. We'll go with
Leads.
lead. Yeah, we'll go with lead. Nice. So you choose lead here. Again, drop down, new lead, pop-up comes up. Let us enter some name. Let's take MS only. Good. Someone please tell me your name.
Bhavani.
Okay. Spelling also you'll have to tell me. BHA, right?
Yeah. VANI.
Yeah. Vani, no. B or BHA, I wasn't sure. Okay. Any last name?
Mekala. MEKALA.
Okay. Good. Your dream company?
Anything. Doesn't matter.
Okay. So let's put it as, your current status, BMW. Bhavani Mekal, wife as of now. That's also BMW. Okay. Title. Hopefully you are CEO of this company. Lead source, let us say web. Industry, let's assume you're from biotechnology. Annual revenue of your company, it will have some good revenue. Facts and all, I'm not doing it, but only email address. I'll have a valid email ID, which you'll know down the line why we are always choosing only a valid email ID. Fine, then rating as of now, let's keep it like none. We don't want to change the ratings, anything as such. Number of employees in your company, let's take 1,000. All the other details you can fill up, that's fine. And now say, do you see that box here? Something which you used to see in Classic. It said assign using assignment rule used to get something that you don't see here. Now save it. Okay, so now when you compare it with your Classic, you see three differences here. You see, three gaps. I don't say differences, three gaps here. One is no assignment rule checkbox. There is no assignment rule checkbox there. That was missing. Fine, that's the first thing which I can see. Second, now when I was entering the data, actually, while entering data, it was no way connected to a campaign. It's no way connected to a campaign, which actually used to happen in our Classic. And I don't see any convert option here. So no convert button along with edit, delete, all this. Now it is not there. So no convert. I couldn't connect to a campaign while I was feeding data from a lead, and while I was about to create the lead, I couldn't see that assignment rule checkbox. So three basic things, but assignment didn't make sense in Classic also at this stage, but down the line you'll know it's quite essential. But as of now, the other two areas, one was that we didn't see the campaign mapping, and we couldn't see and we are not able to see the convert. And I don't even see the complete data here. I hardly see any campaign information. So no campaign info. So what to do? Where do I see my campaign info?
Details.
Good. So get into details. You're in activity actually. So now get into details. So this is where you see some information pertaining to your campaign, sorry, your lead, whatever you have entered. Now you see all that information. Good. Okay, detailed info is there. Now how do I connect it with a campaign? Because for my further operations, working with lead getting converted into account, contact and opportunity, we have seen there is some connectivity between them, and values data are automatically getting updated. So there is a predefined process that which is existing between these five S objects. Fine. But the moment I have lost the connection with campaign, and definitely lead will be lost after your conversion stage. You no longer have a lead, so all your data will be lost. So how do I get back my connectivity? How do I see that flow? How can I connect my lead to the campaign? If I don't connect lead with the campaign, my entire process, the chain gets disconnected and I lose. So can anyone help me out with this step? How do I get connected with a campaign?
Go to campaigns and add.
No, see, already I've done a campaign. We said
No,
like
no. Oh, sorry. Go to opportunity and there is something called add campaign.
no. How do I go to opportunity? I'm still at campaign and lead on, isn't it? So I'm a marketing guy. I'll have to work with campaigns and leads. Opportunity comes at a later stage after lead is converted, isn't it? So how do we get it? Yeah, I know. Madhu, can you help us? Madhulika, can you help us?
Sure, sir.
Yeah,
If,
please. Let us.
on the top right corner.
Okay. I am back to the lead tab home page. Fine. Now what do you do?
Click on the
Click on
name.
name, Bhavani.
We have a button here.
Add to
Add to
campaign.
right? So
Just
select the record whichever you want to add, and you can choose that add to campaign. So the connection record. Now we have some campaigns with us. Which campaign we are choosing?
TV ads.
Ads. Now say submit. So TV ads was successfully updated. I can go to my campaign and I can check as well. So go to the campaign. I have two campaigns. One is TV ads and other is road. So let's choose TV ads. And here again, same, you go with details. So you see leads in campaign. There is one lead with respect to this campaign. Good. Now let's go back to the lead. So one part of our challenge is now resolved. That is mapped. Campaign info is now mapped. Now my next challenge is with respect to convert button. Where do I find the convert button?
It's in one
Where
of
do
the
we see it?
drop downs on the top right. Don't remember.
Okay, top right. Say send list email. Fine. Again, conversion is like with respect to lead what you work. So you get into the lead, you open your lead record, open the lead record. Once you open the lead record, you're working with Bhavani record. So down now you choose the drop. You'll have to first get into the record, and now you have your convert option here. You click on convert. You click on convert. Now you see your basic information. So with respect to account, it is selecting BMW, and my contact name is MS Bhavani, and opportunity, generally it is account name followed, it's suffixed by a hyphen. So you just see that postfix of a hyphen. That's it. You see it there, and you say now convert. So fine, done, over. So now you see an account is created with BMW, contact is created with Bhavani, and opportunity with BMW. So when we were working in Classic, you had to navigate across all the tabs and see what gets created, right? But here you see everything in a single snapshot. So this looks, much more user friendly, much advanced how it works. And now when you go back to your leads, there is nothing left. There's no lead left out here because all our leads have been now converted into account, contact, and opportunity. Now let's go to, account just to check. Do I have BMW here? Yes, BMW is there. Contacts, fine. I have Bhavani here. Then I go to my opportunities. Fine, great. So there is opportunities here as well. There's an opportunity with BMW. Now I want to work with that BMW opportunity. So again, by default, it opens an activity. We will get into details. Yeah, now when you get into the details, there is some amount here to work out with, right? So let's say there's some amount of 50 lakhs to work with. Fine, and I say save. So okay, 5 lakhs, 50 lakhs, whatever is the value. Now it starts working. You get some amount there, and that's in dollars. Very nice. Expected revenue is like again the same, which was not in the case of Classic. There was a gap in that amount. Fine. And now you have your stages here: prospecting, qualification, needs analysis, value proposition, all the stages which were there in a pick list. Now you have everything here. So you keep working with that opportunity. You keep contacting Bhavani. She is the contact person of that company. You keep talking to her and you keep progressing ahead with the opportunity. You're taking the deal much closer, much forward. It's coming to conclusion, negotiation, fine. And now you see mark as current stage. So this is your current. You just say mark as current stage. So negotiation becomes your current. So previous all are through, right? So if I choose only this part value proposition and I say mark as current stage, only the previous to those steps will be true or will be checked and the rest are unchecked. So it is more visual effect, Lightning gives you that beauty always. So select it and say marked as, and now I say closed. Now let's say closed. Good. But earlier, our closed had some options. So it says here, you see that button, now it has changed. Earlier it was mark as current stage. Now it is no longer mark as current stage. It says select closed stage. So again, your closed stage will have two steps there, right? One is closed one and the other is closed lost. So when you say closed lost and you save it, fine. What is the expected revenue? The deal is lost. So what do we get now? Zero. There's nothing. Yeah. Now again, I go back there. I make a small modification there. I make it as closed one. We're just exploring options, right? All of a sudden, nothing comes from close to one. So now you can see you won the full deal out of it. Great. Now you get back to your campaign. Which campaign did she follow us? Like we got it through TV ads. Now when we see the TV ads details, we see the complete information of our opportunity here. So this was the value opportunity and this is the value one with respect to that opportunity. We have won it completely. So this is how it basically works. So clear the navigation between 5S objects, the 5 core, the primary S objects of any CRM, but this is how they are interconnected in our Salesforce. One, we have seen it, the same interconnections, we have seen it in classic mode, classic interface, and now we have also seen it in the Lightning interface. So convert button, this is also done for us. Find all interrelationships. Yes, all interrelationships. Yes, everything is done. We can see all those interconnections here. Fine. Was it clear or anyone has any doubt in this navigation part? Yeah, please, you can go ahead. If you have any doubts, please let me know. If you're clear, at least tell me that you're clear.
It's clear.
Very tricky way to write. I don't know how to write all three at once. So we'll do one thing. We will use our Telvitetal here. Right? So lead gets converted into account, contact, and opportunity. And whatever opportunity we were getting, that was reflecting back into our campaign. So everything is interconnected, and this is how we see. So lead information, you can see it in campaign, company information, contact information, opportunity, how it is working. This is clear. So far clear, right? Good. You're all good. You're all fine with this. Can I go ahead?
That annual revenue field in campaign object, right? That will get summed up for every lead conversion, right?
No, why will it? Annual revenue is annual revenue of your company. Why will it come into our deal?
Okay.
It is no way connected with our deal. See, it is something like this. Fine. You go to a bank, fine.
Yeah.
And you say, I run a software company. Fine, and you'll ask you like, what is your turnover? What kind of account you prefer? You say like my annual turnover is 8 crores. He feels very happy, like nice. Let me work with this guy. Now another software guy comes up, or another industry guy comes up and says like, I would like to have an account in your bank. He again goes to the same bank. He says, I want to have an account. He says, okay, great. Then he says, what is your annual revenue? He says 30 crores. Now, whom do you think he'll give a bigger weightage?
30 crores.
Why?
Because his amount is more.
Now, same way, I run a company and I am running a CRM for my company, and I see two potential leads coming up to me. Fine. So one lead has an annual revenue of 10 crores, another lead has an annual revenue of 80 crores. Whom do you think I'll be meeting first?
80 crores.
Why?
That's more amount.
More amount, he might be giving a lesser business to me today, but down the line I can definitely expect more business, isn't it? And getting in connection with that company will definitely build my brand value. Yes
Yeah.
or no?
Yeah.
Isn't it? If I say I supply, 10,000 bottles to a local restaurant in Amirpet, fine, and I say I supply 1,000 bottles of cool drink to Paradise, which one gives me a trust value in the market?
Paradise.
Which one gives me more trust? I'm supplying 10,000 bottles to a local restaurant of Coca-Cola, fine, and I'm supplying 1,000 bottles of Coca-Cola to Paradise. Which one will add? If I say clients and I say Paradise and I say local client, which one is giving more weightage to my business?
Paradise.
Local client.
Think. Which one gives more value to my business?
Company having greater reputation.
Obviously, isn't it? So when I say Paradise is my client, automatically my trust value in the market will increase, though I am supplying only 1,000 to them. Whereas local restaurant and I supplied 10,000 to them also doesn't build my value. So when someone with a greater annual revenue, that itself means he has a good footing in the market. And if I show him as my client, definitely, my business will have a bigger value. Isn't it? So this is how people take. That is why you marketing people will capture that annual revenue of that company. Higher the annual revenue, that means the company is already having a good footing in the market. You tell those people are my clients, automatically you get elevated. That is marketing all about, isn't it? So that is why they are taking that annual revenue. Number of employees, more number of employees, more services you can give, isn't it? So this is how you're actually calculating. This is how the marketing people think. This is how they calculate. This is what they do. This is the job what they have to do. isn't it? That is why, you know, when you watch movies, bigger hero movies, they get more advertising. First day collections are more. Why? Brand value is more. New hero, new movie, day one, what collections you can expect? Very little collections you can expect, isn't it? So that brand always gives a value in marketing. So when you evaluate them, one way of evaluating them is with this annual revenue. Clear why we collected that annual revenue there? It is not that it will get added to our business. If that gets added, what is there? Fine. So each marketing guy will add entire money of their clients. That doesn't happen. Am I clear with that point?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Am I clear? Nothing is audible to me.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Fine. So let's go ahead. Right. So we'll go ahead. We'll see. Now we worked with opportunity, isn't it? BMW hyphen, we had one opportunity there. Fine, we worked with this opportunity. We said, you know, Bhavani is going to give us huge business, 5 lakhs, 50 lakhs, whatever it is, whatever we wrote there. Fine, you see lots of content here. Like this is huge amount, the business which we are getting from them, 50 lakhs dollars business you get from them. It's quite huge. But on what basis have you concluded that Bhavani is going to give us 50 lakhs business? This is what the marketing manager will ask. The marketing executive has entered all data and says, like, today I got a very big deal. Bhavani is going to, you know, take 50 lakhs worth product or 5 million worth business. He's going to give us 5 million worth business. Then as a business owner or the marketing manager, I would certainly ask, how did you come to that conclusion that Bhavani is going to give us 50 lakh worth business or 5 million worth business? How is she going to do that? What is the guarantee? Make sense for you? On what basis are you coming to that conclusion? Yes or no?
Yes.
Sir.
So we entered some random value there for that amount. Fine. But you know, that amount can never be a random value. It is not right. It is not proper also to have random values. Annual revenue they will give, you will enter, that's a different thing. But the volume of business revenue what they give, that is opportunity, right? Volume of business from an account in terms of revenue, and that revenue we are writing some value that we want to rate, which is generally not recommended. So let's go ahead with our CRM now, and let's try to add few more S objects. Fine. We just discussed 5, but these 5 are the primary S objects. To these, now we'll start connecting more and more S objects. So our 6th S object is now product. The 6th S object of CRM, our Salesforce CRM, is product. So what is a product? What does product mean? It's a unit of service or unit of business. It's a unit of service or unit of business that's being sold. So whatever you sell to your customers, the unit of business that which you sell, a single unit, we call that as a product. You all have joined for which course?
Salesforce.
Salesforce, which course? Regular course. Right? Yeah. So that is why, you know, you see RB in your WhatsApp group batch. It's written as RB in that heading. So RB is actually a regular batch. So we again have advanced, intern, you know, different models, service cloud and all these things. So this is a regular batch. So you call it as RB. So the product with which you are connected with Oscar is regular batch or the Salesforce training regular batch. Fine. So that is the product which we are actually selling to you all. So same way, you go to KFC and you buy something. So they have list of products there, isn't it? Same way, you go to a Paradise, you order something. So there are products there. Fine. So this way, product is, it's a unit of service slash business that's being sold. Fine. So that's a product. So do we have any products? Where do we find product in our Salesforce? Fine. So we have this down arrow mark here. Do you see something called products here?
Yes.
Can you see something called products there? So first we'll do it in Classic, then we'll enter into Lightning. So both parallelly we'll do. Fine. So we are again back to this products here. So let's come back to products. So let me click products. Fine. Now it shows. There are predefined products, some scrap products are there. Fine, good. So now say new, find product name. So what product? We have some business, we have some product. Let us assume, this entire CRM, fine, this CRM is actually used by Samsung. So what products do you expect from Samsung? Can I put this? Is it a Samsung product? I've given something as S20 plus and I mark it as active, and there is something here, save and add price. So standard price, I'll give it something like, hopefully it takes it in rupees. If it's in dollars, again a challenge. Save and new product. So one product is saved. That's a mobile what I've saved. Can you tell me some other products of Samsung?
Samsung TV.
Okay, so let's put QHD TV. This is active and price. Let me put it as 1,20,000 rupees. Okay. Any other product of Samsung which you can add?
Washing machine.
Sorry, 2-3 people speak. Nothing comes out actually.
Samsung watches.
Yeah, one product. Someone from Samsung. Sorry.
Washing machine.
It was not audible. Sorry. I don't know who was it, but.
Refrigerator.
Yeah. Some are trying to speak, but they are actually on mute. I don't know whether you have. Yeah,
Smartwatches.
Smartwatch is great. Okay. Luckily, we got the watches spelling correct. Nice. So it is also active. Let me say save and add price. What is its price? Let's go to complete hiring. Save. Good product. 3 products. Good enough for us. So we have 3 products. Good enough. Okay, saved. Fine. So now when I see here products, when I go to the products, see I see my 3 products here. I didn't mark any product code. I left it blank. So smartwatches, QHD TV, and S20 plus supermodels. We have nice, good, updated things. Fine. So when we have all this content, fine, let's go back to our opportunity. Let me go back to opportunity. Same BMW opportunity we have. Same data comes whether you're in Lightning or Classic, doesn't matter. Your data is always same. So now when I look into this opportunity, there are multiple sections here, right? So there are multiple sections. And what do I see in the next section in the opportunity itself? What do we find here?
Products.
I have products here, right? And what does it say now?
Add product.
Okay, good. So let me add products. Do we have some products of ours?
Yes.
Yes, good. So, but I don't see them here. I press S. I don't see any S20 here. S20 plus. I don't see anything. If I select S, there is no smartwatch also. And if I select Q, I hardly see any QHD TV. What is wrong? What might have gone wrong? I don't see any of those products here. We have created products. It was pretty much visible there. And now all of a sudden, I don't see those products here. Still have click products, right click, open a new tab. We have products. It is there in the products. I can check recently created, recently modified, whatever it is. Everywhere I can see my products. Smartwatches, QHD TV, S20 Plus, but I'm not able to see it there due to some reason. I don't know. Okay, so we are done with this 6S objects. Something is not working. What to do? So let's go to the next S object, and that next S object, I call it as something called price book. The next S object in the flow is named as price book. Very interesting name. What is this price book? Fine. So let's take a pretty domestic example, because we have a couple of people out of India also in this group, but we'll restrict ourselves to Hyderabad. So let's assume I went to Lifestyle. I hope everyone knows what is Lifestyle, right? So I went there. There was a beautiful offer. I only go when there are offers. Other than that, there is no point in going there. So it was written something like this. There's a nice, very beautiful shirt I've seen. It was written as 2,500 bucks. Fine, it's about 2,500 rupees. Fine then. Nice price. Nice shirt. Looks good. Very nice. Now, let's assume that belongs to ABCD company, ABCD brand. I don't want to name it, the brand names and all. So let's put it ABCD brand. Fine, and in that brand, now I see buy two, get 20% off. So it says buy two, get 20% off. So I'll not buy same two shirts, but if I buy two products of theirs, fine, if I buy a shirt and a trouser, or two shirts or two trousers, they say there's a discount of 20%. Fine, now I've chosen another shirt, fine, and that's worth around 3,000 bucks. Now my total bill comes about, so because I'm not that good at mathematics, I'll keep it very convenient for my calculation and make this as 3,500. Fine. So now my item 1 was actually 2,500, and my item 2 is 3,500. I bought both the products. Now the total price becomes 6,000. What is the amount that which I'm going to pay?
4,800.
4,800.
Really good at mathematics in our batch. Nice. So now the amount that which I've paid is 4,800 rupees. Great. Some other guy comes up and he bought the same shirt which I bought. Item 2 he purchased, and what is the cost of that item 2? Item 2 is 3,000 rupees. Fine, he bought item 2. What is the bill that he's going to pay now? What is the amount that he's going to pay now for this item?
3,000.
He's going to pay 3,000. For the same shirt, what did I pay? For item 2, how much did I pay?
$2,800.
Good, we have good mathematicians here. Nice. So we have 2,800 rupees. That's really nice. Item 2 price was 3,500, right? So item 2, the second customer has paid 3,500 rupees, whereas for the same item 2, I have paid 2,800 rupees. Now, do you think the cash manager is going to cash hold of the cashier and say, you sold 2 units of item 2. Item 2 is worth 3,500. 2 items should have 7,000 in the cash counter, whereas I'm having only 6,300 rupees. Where are the remaining 700 rupees? So who has stolen away those 700 rupees? Are you clear with the equation?
Discount.
So where is that 700 rupees? How is it going to show up now? Two items, same product have been sold. One shows 3,500, other shows 2,800. I'm left out with 6,300, but each product 3,500, 2 products sold should have been 7,000 in the cash box. Now it is like 2,800. What if unknowingly this guy sells that shirt for 2,800 rupees to his friend? His friend comes up, the cashier guy's friend comes up, he sells the shirt for same 2,800 rupees and he has collected 2,800 rupees. Fine. Now, if the 2,800 is a valid price, then both shirts sold has now left out with only 5,600 in the cash box. So now we can say both shirts were sold in discount. But is this calculation correct? Is 5,600 correct value or is 7,000 a correct value in the cash box? Which cash is correct? 5,600 or 7,000? Which is the correct value? What should be the cash in the cash box with respect to item 2? Which one is correct? 5,600 or 7,000? Fast, fast, fast. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Am I audible? Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Then people don't respond. How do I know whether I'm audible? So which one is the right value? 5,600 or 7,000? None of them are correct, right?
Yeah.
Cash box should be actually
6,300.
6,300. Hey, you're all good mathematics students. You're answering all values correct. Why do you fear them? So 6,300 rupees is the correct value to be in the cash box with respect to item 2, and that is where it is now, and that is perfectly right. So how can the cash manager know whether item 2 was sold at 2,800 rupees? Was it sold at 3,500 rupees? Or there could be another offer which says buy 3 get 30% off. Buy 3 get 30% off. There's another offer now. Now there are so many prices for the same item. One says 3,500, other says 2,800. The other gives another value 2,400 rupees. So many different prices are against the same thing. So how do you figure it out? How does someone figure it out? And how to make this possible? So this is something which is possible through our next S object, which is price book. So what is this price book? Cost variations of a product, or the price variations, cost, price, whatever you put it as. Price variations of a product, you have them in something called as price book. So let us try to see how it works. So here you have something called price books. That is fine, absolutely no problem, fine. But I also have a plus button here, fine. So I right click on that plus and I say open a new tab. So new window opens up, new tab opens up, which will actually have all tabs pertaining to my Salesforce, all tabs in my org. So it shows up all tabs. Which app doesn't make any difference. It will show up all the tabs which are existing in my org, which you're not familiar with as of now. Also, there are so many things which pop up here. And fine, Now I also see here something called as price books. Now I'll select price books and it shows new. That's quite natural. Everywhere you see it as new. So the new comes price book name. So what name do I give? So let me call it as COVID-19 offer. Description, deadly offer, right? You can take a deadly offer. Existing price book. I'm not touching any price book. I want to keep this price book active and I'll save. Fine, and I'll save. So it shows like this is a price book, name is COVID offer, it is active, price book entries. Let me say something called add. Find products. Do I see my products here? Yes. Now I've selected S20. So you see here everything. Fine. What is the standard price? It is 90,000, right? Price book, add to price book. So let me click on add to price book. Fine, it is already there. Then I choose COVID-19 offer. I say select. So S20 plus is now in a COVID-19 offer. Select. The original standard price is 90,000 and my COVID-19 offer is 75,000. Save. So I went to a respective product. Fine. So what we do is go to a respective product record, add a price book that was created and specify the price variant of that product. So specify the price variant of that product. So go to a respective product record, add a price book that was created and specify the price variant of that product. So this is what we have done. So now if you see S20, what is the price in COVID-19 offer? The price of it is 75,000. And what is its standard price? 90,000. Now this is what something which happens in lifestyle. When you buy a product in an offer, right? So that's always a word written there, offer. Most of you also said, when I said 20% off, you said offer. So each offer here, 20%, 30%, 50%, whatever off you're giving, each one has a price book. So the moment the products are selected, it gets into that respective price book mode and that price will start working. It is not 90,000. So when I bought two shirts, it was no longer 3,500, but now the price becomes 2,800. So there is a separate price for my offer. And when I purchased only a single shirt, then there is no separate price book for it. So it is sold according to the standard price. So in the standard price, what we gave was 3,000 rupees there, and the standard price starts reflecting in the bill. This is how the adjustments or the selections are basically done when we have offers or a product having multiple prices. Fine. So now let's go back to our product. Let's see our product. So let's start working with our product. So we still have multiple products here. We have our S20 offer, great. So the product has all these variations, fine. So let me get back to my, we were working with opportunities, right? So we had an opportunity with BMW company, and the BMW company people, you know, they wanted to buy some products from us, which we have here, product standard. It says choose price book. Now I'm going to select a price book. There's a standard and COVID-19 offer. Now select COVID-19 offer and say save. You have changed the price book. It is just notifying you are no longer with the standard price book. You are with an offer price book. Now say okay. Fine. Once your record is saved, you come down Now you say add product. In COVID-19 offer, how many products do we have? So in our COVID-19 offer, we just have one product, that is S20 Plus, and it is sold for 75,000. Now I choose the product. Fine. So product name, everything is fine. So what is the price now? It is 75,000, right? So let me edit here again. Fine. Standard price, product code, just to show you what was working there. Now just say save. So this is the value what we have. Fine. So let me go back to my opportunities. So BMW, you come down, you have products. Fine. All of a sudden, what happened? Choose price book. We were working with COVID-19. Okay. COVID-19 offer, price book. Now add product. I've chosen S20. Yeah, and now I mark here as select. The moment I choose select, now it will ask how much quantity does Bhavani need from us? Price of one unit is 75,000. Now I say Bhavani requires 300 units from us, and I say save. She wants to give, Samsung S20 phones to our valuable employees in the organization. So she's buying 300 S20 Plus mobiles from us. Now something changed here drastically. Earlier we had a value of 5 lakhs. Now this has completely changed. It has gone to 2 crore 25 lakhs. Why? Why did this change? All of a sudden, how did this value change? I didn't enter any value. It was 5 lakhs earlier or 50 lakhs earlier. And how come it has all of a sudden changed to 2 crore 25 lakhs or 22 million? How did this happen? Huge value. How did it come up? Because what is Bhavani buying from us? She is going to buy from us S20 Plus mobile phones. And how much quantity? 300. And at what price are we going to provide her those phones? At 75,000. So this is what finally happens for us. This is how your opportunity revenue is evaluated based on the product and through which price book actually she is buying it. So we can still keep modifying these values. We can still keep adding, like this is. Let's again go back to our price book. Sorry, let me click on plus. I'll go back to price book. I'll again go to price book. Fine. I already have a price book. That's COVID-19 offer. It's a deadly offer what we have. And in that, as of now, the only product available is S20 Plus. But someone says I would like to go with the smartwatch. So price book entries. So now I say add. So price book entries. Now I'm adding another product. So again, so all products I can see. Smartwatch, I'll select. QHD, I will select. And I'll say select. I've checked them and I've selected both. Now the original price is 1,20,000 for your QHD TV 9. Now I'll make it as 90,000. And smartwatch was 60,000. Now I'll make that smartwatch as 50,000 and I'll say save. So now my price book has different pricing. This is COVID-19 offer. So because last 50 days or 60 days odd, the business has been closed, no business happening, all shops were closed. Now there's some relaxation. So I'm trying to give them at a better price, sell them off as early as possible. They have been stocked from so many days. So again, I go back to my opportunity. My opportunity is BMW. I come here, I add more products here. So I have, QHD TV, and now I have smartphones, sorry, smartwatches. I select the smartwatches. Quantity, I would like to go with 25 QHD TVs and 500 watches for my employees, smart watches. Bhavani is reaping huge profits in her BMW company, so she's giving away lots of things to her employees. So now, these are the products, these are the quantities, and these are the prices she's been buying from us. And now you see the amount value. Now let's see the amount value. It's huge. The value is huge. It's automatically getting updated. So based on your product and price book, your actual opportunity revenue is calculated. So opportunity revenue is not an approximation what we give. Fine. So opportunity, which basically means a revenue, and it's not an approximation. It's calculated from the product and respective price book. So this is how it comes. So opportunity is the revenue what we are expecting from that account. Fine. So the volume of business in terms of revenue what we are expecting, and this revenue is not an approximation, it's actually derived, calculated from the product and the price book through which we are dealing with them. So am I clear with this point? Is it clear? Please let me know. I want some sound.
Yes.
Yes, only one person says yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, everyone,
Yes,
it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So how many subjects we have covered so far?
7.
7.
7.
Has the opportunity value changed now? Is it a changed value?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Is it a calculated value, or is it a just a random value that which we are entering?
Calculated value.
Calculated.
Do you think it is going to reflect in our campaign? Do you think is it going to reflect in our campaign?
Yes.
Yes, no,
Yes.
can't say. We have three
Yes.
options in our SMS content. Yes, no, can't say.
Yes.
Go back there. Definitely it should, right? When you type some approximate value, it took it. Why will it not take a calculated value? Whatever is reflecting there will automatically come here, isn't it? Whatever value is in that amount field there will certainly get reflected here, and you see the entire value coming up here. Right? So this is how it actually works. Clear with the 7S objects?
Yes, sir.
So we have run a campaign that has given us some leads. This leads, like we have converted them into account, contact plus opportunity. Fine. And this opportunity is not an approximation. It actually derives its value. The opportunity is revenue, right? It's the amount of revenue that which you're getting, and that actually comes from product and price book, or product plus price book, or product with price book, whichever way you put it as. Clear all 7S objects? All are interconnected or they isolated?
Interconnected.
They're all interconnected, right? And does it make sense for you in real world to have a CRM this way? Do you see this happening?
Yes.
Do you see campaigns? Do you see leads? Do you see accounts, contact, opportunity, product, price book? This is all something you have seen in your life, right?
Yes.
Nothing is coming from Mars here. This is all on Earth around you. Good. So now so you know CRM earlier. Only thing is I'm trying to put it into a proper structure, that's all. So there is nothing like you people haven't seen any of these. I'm just naming it, labeling it, putting into some categories and trying to create some link between them so that our business can run in a better way. So nice, good. Good. So how many S objects done we said? Like we are done with 7 S objects. Good, good. So now once you see this everything, Bhavani, you have told her like, fine, this is the amount, we'll give you and all. Do you think this will be all in oral, or do you think there will be some executive communication, or do you think Bhavani just comes to a, TV ad she sees and puts a WhatsApp message, okay, I want 300, 250, 100, send it to my office? Do you think it happens this way, or do you think there is some proper procedure which actually takes place? Do you think some sales executive or a sales manager would go and meet Bhavani, talk to her because she is the contact in that company, discuss with respect to the deals, and then come up with these conclusions? How do you think it should be working?
There should be some procedure, like sales detail will get involved.
Isn't it? So with the contact, our sales executives will have a meeting, or let's put meeting plus multiple meetings, right? Bhavani might not confirm everything in a single deal. It's something around 4+ crores. She'll come, just take the deal, okay, go everything. I don't think so it works that way. Fine. So there is something which happens. So there are multiple meetings which go on. Fine. And they'll have to meet several times. They have to schedule their appointments, because Bhavani also should be available when she's just buying 4 crore worth electronic gadgets for her employees. She might be a very big businesswoman and nice entrepreneur and quite busy. So I need to schedule appointments with her. Fine. Block calendars, isn't it? You need to block calendars, work with people around there. Fine. So a lot of things needs to be taken care of. Calendar, yeah, okay, good, nice. So you need to block a calendar, fix up meetings with her, go conduct the meetings, come back with some inputs, process, because opportunity didn't originate and ended as closed one. Your opportunity goes through series of stages. Your opportunity goes through series of stages, right? There was so many things we have seen there with respect to our opportunity when we are working. Fine, it has so many stages it has to go through, undergo those stages, then it comes to that closed one stage. And every time when you meet Bhavani there, it's not going to be a random meet, it has to be scheduled. So you have so many stages to go through, isn't it? So every meet scheduled, spoken. It's not like I'll come back after 1 hour, you come, you pay me. Nothing works that way. And what price we have agreed? Fine, I said 75,000. Bhavani has ordered everything. I said 90,000 for my QSD TV, 50,000 for my smartwatch. I ordered everything, says fine. And all of a sudden, once Bhavani wants to buy everything, can I make price QSD TV 1 lakh? And I'll say, did I say 90,000? I don't remember, Bhavani, sorry. Does it work that way? Is it oral, or do you think there is some written evidence for that? There should be any written evidence? Should there be a proper conclusion on the prices?
Yeah, some quotation kind of thing.
Good, some quotation kind of thing should be there. Fine, isn't it? Otherwise, nothing is going to work like that. We agreed, no, we spoke on that day, no, you told, no, you will buy, no, this all won't work there. What we say, what they agree, what they negotiate, everything should come into proper terms, right? So for that to happen, to have everything in written, we will have to send her a proper quotation. What you call it as quote is nothing but a quotation. So you'll have to send her a quotation. Once she receives that quotation, now feel confident. Yes, they're coming up with some price. She might negotiate further also. We said 75,000, might not be the case. She says you give it for 65, I'll buy another 100 also. So might be, we don't know. So we negotiate, we agree to some price. So now we'll have to work with something called quotation. So where do I see that quotation? There's opportunity, forecast, contracts. I'll check this drop down. Do I see products reports? Go to this plus and check whether I see quote. It's all in alphabetical order. So L M N O P P people price book go down. P Q R. P is there, R is there, Q is missing altogether. There's no quotation. There's no tab, nothing available. Price book is having a tab, products is having a tab, contacts is having a tab, everything is having a tab, opportunities is having a tab. There is no tab for quotation. I don't see. Fine, you don't see it also. Quotation quote is not visible on your regular page. So for that, we'll have to go towards our PAS. We get into our setup mode. Fine, and we get into now customize. So far you were working with create, isn't it? You all worked with this create part? Yes or no?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Responsive, right? Good, so work with create. Now let's go towards customize. Some have also started working on the develop side. Now let's go towards customize. Let's click that. Now you see a lot of names here. Home, activities, tab, campaigns, leads, accounts, contacts. What are all these? What are all these?
Existing examples.
Tabs, right?
Tabs.
Names. It's plural. Plural is always tabs for us. Fine. And I see this campaign. Let me click. What do I see here? Fields, validation, trigger, page layout, compact layout, button, record type. So many things available here. What is there in lead? Lead also more or less fields, validation, trigger, page layout, compact, search. There is something else here. Can you see this? Have you seen this name anywhere? Have you seen this name?
Leads.
When you create a lead, you get a checkbox with this content there, right? Assignment rule. And there is also something here more interesting. You see something called lead process. We said our apps basically in Salesforce are used to implement these processes, right? So now there is a lead process also. Good, lots of things coming up. Now here opportunities is there, contacts is there, contacts again, field, validations, triggers, page layouts, more or less same. Opportunities again same, validations, everything, some extra things are there, similar opportunities, opportunity settings are there, opportunity products, opportunity teams, some extra values are there. Good. I see here something called quotes. Now you find here something called quotes. Nothing comes up here. So many things were coming up here, nothing comes up, but written something as quotes settings. Okay, let's click that. It says enable quotes. Okay, now save. And it says enable these quotes for opportunity in marketing, opportunity in sales, opportunity in service, opportunity layout. Wherever you have, you add your thing there. Close this, doesn't matter, it's not of much importance. So now I have quotes. Now quotes has come with everything, fields, validation, trigger, page layout. Now it has the regular content with it. I'm happy. Good. So now it is there and I activated it. Good. But I still don't see it anywhere. Do I see it here? Do we have it here?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Go to quotes. Good. The only button which we knew so far was new button. And luckily that new button is missing now. That was the only thing which we knew perfectly in Salesforce. Go anywhere, you will find new. Now that new button is missing. Now what happened? Go to opportunities. We were working with BMW. Go to BMW. Now come down, move down. We have seen the product section here, right? You have open activities, activity history, a lot of contents, partners, competitors. This is what we said is account, right? You can have partners, competitors, everyone, your stages through which it went through, closed one lost, negotiation. Now here at the bottom, the last part, what you see is quotes, and now you see new quote here. Let me click on this new quote. So quote name, so what name should I give? Let me call it as, this is my first quote which I'm sending, and this quote is valid, you know, for another week. So I'll mark it as okay, it pops up 25th May. These prices are applicable, beyond that it's not. Now you could see like this is his total, any subtotals, no discount. This is discount price what we have given up. I didn't type it, this is automatically fed here. So taxes, you can add some taxes, whatever you want. Shipping handling charges you want to add, you add, you give your entire content. Now I click here something called save. The moment I save, this quote has got some number generated, the name which we have given, expiration date. It has some syncing, but I don't know, it's deactivated. You have totals, you know, value, address, all the details, and what items you are sending and at which price you are sending. You have all this information here. Along with that, I see some create PDF option, and I see a grayed out button which is email the quote. Send that quote through email, which is grayed out, but I still see create PDF button which is pretty much active. Even on the top I see the create PDF option. Okay, there is a start sync, but I don't want to use it as of now. Let's keep it pretty simple. And now I go with the create PDF option. Now you see a beautiful document being generated, company address India, because my account, right, this Salesforce which is using is being used by Sambodhi Tech Solutions, STS. So you get that company name, and to whom I'm actually sending it, I'm billing it to BMW. Who is the contact whom I'm going to send it? It's Bhavani on the other side. What's her email ID? Because I didn't choose her email ID, I've chosen my email ID so that we can cross verify it. And you know, this is the products, these are the products she's buying, these are the prices at which we are selling them, this is the quantity, this is the price, with all, you know, grand totals and everything. This is what it has summed up to. And now it is asking me quote acceptance signature. Should I sign or is Bhavani going to sign it? Who is going to accept this quote?
Bhavan.
Yeah, Bhavani should. It's an acceptance, it is not a generation. I have generated the quote, it is Bhavani who needs to accept it. So I save this generated quote with me now. I have this PDF with me. You go down, now you see first quote, it is there in a PDF format, and now the email quote button is active. Earlier this was inactive, it was grayed out. Now you see that email quote is active. Now I click that email quote, fine, good. So now you see this, the code being sent, which is first quote, it is being sent to Bhavani. Automatically the contact email ID is loaded here, fine. BCC is coming to a.harishnath because that's the email ID through which I created this account. CC, can anyone tell me their email ID so that I can type it? Bhavani, can you share me your email ID? Can you just tell me out? Can you just spell it?
My first name Bhavani, VANI, BHAVANI.
BHAVANI, thank you. Then next.
0606 @gmail.com.
0606 at gmail.com. Good. Anyone else would like to share their email ID? You will get all these S20 plus, QHD TV, everything you will get. Who wants it? Yeah, anyone who wants to share their email ID? Yes, Ravia, can you tell me your email ID?
Sir, SRAVYA
Yes. SRAVAYA.
VA, sir. Not VA. SRAVYA.
Oh, sorry.
Sravya
SRAVAYA dot
dot JAS
JA
yes 222
222.
@gmail.com.
Okay,
222,
so
sir. Not double
triple
two. Triple. Yes, sir.
oh, mine is by default 22, so I'm used to 22. No, sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. So subject, nice quote. Now body, you can write some, email should have some content there, right? So you write something. So you send a nice, welcoming email. Contact on your choice. Very nice welcoming mail. Any client receiving such a beautiful name will be a very happy person. Now I say send. Good. I have sent that. Check out. Did you receive it?
Not yet.
Not yet. It is on the way. Let me refresh my page. So many mails. Past 3 hours I haven't checked it. So yeah, multiple mails. So can you see this now? Nice quote. Do you see this? You see this? The quote is here. I'll open it. Was it the same quote which was sent?
Yes.
Yes. So now Bhavani also has received it. She will sign name, title, date, everything, and again send me back a copy of this. So what does it mean now? What does it mean? I've sent it to Bhavani also, right? Because you can't see her screen. I've shown, assume this is Bhavani's email and she has received this mail. So now she would be signing up here, her name, her title, and on which date she has signed it. She'll send this PDF back to me in email. Then what does it imply now? What does it imply now? Bhavani has agreed to our prices, isn't it? And it's in written. We have sent it. She has agreed. And this all data is there in my CRM. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. So the entire content is there in our CRM. Fine. So now we go back. We receive content here. So everything is available now. Fine. So I'll go back to my opportunity, isn't it? And my opportunity was BMW. Fine. So this is the initial information what we had. Then the products with respect to the price book, COVID-19 offer. Then go down. Whom are you talking to in that business? I'm talking to Bhavani. She's CEO of that company. My activity was moving from stage to stage, and I have sent a quote. She has agreed and signed, and I've received it back. That receiving back, you don't see it here because that comes to the email. And now this is existing. Am I clear with this flow now? So how many subjects did we cover so far?
8.
Good. So we covered 8. Which is the 8th one?
Quote.
Quote was connected to what? Opportunity, isn't it? This quote got converted into PDF and it was emailed. Emailed to whom? It was emailed to the contact. That's the reason why I was taking a valid email ID always in that contact. So that, once the PDF is generated, it comes back to that contact email ID. So is any subject isolated or are they all connected? In this PDF, how did I get the prices and products? From where did I get them?
Price book.
From price book and product, but these price books and products were actually connected to my
Opportunity.
Opportunity.
opportunity. Good. So it is from product and price book, but each opportunity might have a different product and price book, isn't it? So we are choosing that product and price book which is connected with this specific opportunity. So, and whatever amount is reflecting here, which you're working, actually reflects back in the campaign, comes back into the campaign. So campaign is connected with lead. So this product and price book with that opportunity, what you had, you have that value in your quote. So am I clear with this flow? Am I clear with this flow?
Yes.
Yes. So this is how it is working for us. So these are our currently 8 S objects that which we have discussed. Still few more S objects are there. So I have given you the standard flow. You can work, you can extend whatever you have done in your classic. I want you to explore it in Lightning also. I anyway show you, but when you explore, you try to explore the options, your confidence level basically improves. It becomes better. Fine. How many started feeling better after implementing those 4 campaigns, converting them, working with opportunity, reflecting that opportunity into campaign? How many really felt good after doing it? Like, okay, there's something which we have done. Did you feel that satisfaction? Was it there with you?
Yes.
Yes. It's always good to have that confidence. See, when you listen, when you see, it's all good. But after few days, it's all gone for you. Only when you practice it, that gives you the real strength down the line for you to learn more topics and get into it and face your interviews, get the jobs. So that implementation is always important. You practicing makes sense for you. I am showing it, I will always become confident, but when you start doing it, you actually become confident. So you already took few campaigns, leads, converted them into opportunities. Now extend that flow to product, price book, and quote. Same thing you've also done in Lightning. Extend the same. One record you can do it in your classic, one record you can do it in your Lightning, because whatever data you're entering, it will reflect in both the environments. Only your interface is changing, data won't change. Fine. So you can take, because that's the reason why you took 4 campaigns. Now first one lead you have done conversion in classic Lightning. Now you do one conversion, go up till quote. So complete the entire part. Classic Lightning, try to explore. All options are there on the screen. Worst thing what will happen, probably you'll get stuck somewhere or you will get an error, isn't it? No one will come and catch hold of you. Why did you touch this? Why did you remove this? Who asked you to touch it? Who asked you to gilk it? No one will do all those things, right? Your account, you do whatever you want to do. What is there? No one will hold you accountable. Something goes wrong, what happens? Nothing will happen, isn't it? You will learn by doing it that way. So keep trying it. Fine. Tomorrow again same 7:30 we'll continue with CRM. Morning students who are attending the development batch will, as it is, continue with your controllers. Fine. You have started working with complete MVC with respect to single record. You try to do all the CRUD operations: create, read is fetch, update, delete. So 2 were done, 2 were given as homework. So you implement it, you keep understanding things in a better way. So your course is now shaping up into a better way. Morning, whoever is attending the development is shaping into a better way. People who are from the other batches, you're trying to understand the environment. This is the base for you to go ahead. So it's all nice, all good. So keep working. The more you implement, the more clarity you get. Fine. You listen, you see, that's all motivation. That's all. But only when you implement, your confidence, your strength increases. Fine. Good. Thank you very much. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.